Hi, gang. And I'm thinking that as of today, a lot of you aren't real happy about the scores that you received as far as the first discussion board is concerned. I have to do this video just about every semester. Okay. And I think it's a couple of reasons. One, I don't think people really read the syllabus and watch the videos and things like that to understand what is it that is actually required as far as discussions are concerned. And also looking at my examples. I mean, I post my rants out there and I provide responses to other people. And I do this as a way of showing you how it really should be done. And a lot of folks aren't doing it. They're not really focusing in on what is it that the discussion is really supposed to be about. I don't know if it's because they're not really reading or watching the videos, or if they're just used to what other instructors do. And so it seems to me as if other instructors just kind of use it as kind of a make work type thing. Okay, just putting kind of crap out there and it's fine. To be honest with you, I really don't care what other instructors do. To me, this is an opportunity for you to learn more than what you could have learned otherwise. And so that's why I really push as far as doing good discussion posts. Now, you can choose to just do the minimum. All right, that's fine. You know, if you're happy with more of a C grade on those things, because doing minimums is average. An average is a C grade. Or you could push and do more and put more effort into the discussion posts and responses. Who knows? You might be able to earn extra credit if you go well beyond what the expectations are. So what I'm going to do is show you really the things that you need to be looking at so that you can do good discussion posts. Now, I'm going to share my screen here. Now, first of all, AI is prohibited in this course. And in the past, I have found people who have tried to use AI as far as the papers and as far as the discussion is concerned. And as it says here, AI is a form of cheating and plagiarism. And as far as I'm concerned, you get one warning. Okay, so on the first time I find it, there's a zero for that assignment with a warning that if it happens again, there's an automatic F for the course. The reason for that is twofold. Number one, I want you to learn more. I want you to find things that you didn't know before and provide that to others so that everybody can learn more. Second of all, if all you're doing is doing AI like that, then you're not learning anything, and it's actually cheating. So you have to make sure that you're not using AI tools to put together your discussion posts or responses. Now, the other thing is, some people will say, "Well, I was using Grammarly." Well, Grammarly is an AI product, and so you don't want to use that. It comes across as showing as generated by AI, so stay away from that. Now, the discussion posts. If you look at the syllabus, it says that initial posts should be complete, well written, all right, with outside sources supporting your assertions. Students should make substantial responses to three posts, at a minimum of three posts, challenging or expanding on other comments each week, okay, to help further the learning by all. And so when I talk about substantial, what I'm talking about here is, okay, you're thinking things through, and maybe you're thinking about things a little bit differently, and you're bringing in sources that prove your assertions as far as, okay, so this is something I believe, and here's why. Here's why I believe that. I have this experience here, and here's research, or here's an article that shows this is the right thing or correct thing or something along those lines. So you have the information that's in the syllabus. The other thing that I don't think a lot of people are doing is looking at the rubric that goes along with the discussion post. Now, I picked a discussion post that doesn't have anybody posting in there yet. But what you do is you come over here, the little three dots, and you show the rubric. Now, this rubric has several things where the discussions are being judged. Timeliness, your writing, the relevance of the initial post, the quality of responses, and your contribution to the learning process. And if you look at where the points are earned, like with timeliness, on time, always before the end of the day, of the due date, routinely exceeds posting requirements. Okay, all the way down to 0, posts late or fails to post minimums. The writing, you have to write well. In other words, free of grammatical errors, clear and concise. Relevance, answers are quite pertinent and often encourage expanded exploration and threaded discussion. All right. It references required readings and other sources. Quality of responses, states the position and provides support for the position. It contributes value-added perspective. So you can see the things that actually go into judging what we're doing as far as the discussions are concerned. Now, if you're happy with just like maybe a 6 out of 10 or something like that, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's up to you. It's your choice whether you're going to put forth the effort or not. Now, with the discussions, I'm going to show you some examples. Now, this is from a previous class. You can see that here's what one person posted. And this was all this person posted. Here was their initial post, and it was just a few sentences. And then each of the responses was like, I agree with you. Okay. I love that you did this. I agree. Okay. I like your post. That does nothing as far as furthering learning and providing more information as far as the class is concerned. All you're doing is making a little judgment as far as, okay, well, this, I like this. Well, nope. You know what? Nobody cares whether you like something or not. The issue is, what are we doing to learn more than what we could have before? So here was an example from that previous class of somebody who actually earned some extra credit. Now, this was the initial post. Now, it was okay. Not great, but it was okay. What was really good was the responses that were done. Okay. So you can see that there was some information here, and there were several sources that went along with it. Information here and sources that supported the assertions. Here's some information here and some more sources that go along with it. And there was another 1 or 2 postings here that where the response was bringing in new information and the sources so that everybody can go out and see what those things are. And so it's really important that what we do is much more than just, I like your post. Here's a couple of lines as far as my initial post is concerned. Those things do nothing. Now, I suggest that you look at my rants, okay? My rants act as initial posts, and to see what is expected as far as the quality, okay, as far as the thinking behind it, and also the sources. And also look at the responses that I've provided as far as to other people. Those are all examples of things that you can use. The other thing is, I will challenge people. I'll put out a challenge that says, okay, I disagree with such and such, or where did you get this information? One of the things that I'm big on is not just doing the minimal amount, but reading all of the posts and responses and thinking them through, and then deciding, okay, do I want to reply to this? And going along those lines. And the other thing is, when I make a challenge, I hope to see you answer that challenge. A lot of times I'll say, okay, so what kind of articles do you have that support that assertion? And I'm looking to see if you're actually going to go in and dig and find some of those articles that support your beliefs or your positions on various things. So these are some things to think about as far as the discussions are concerned. Again, yeah, it might be hard, okay? It might take time. Anything that's worth doing is really worth doing well. So that's my position on that. So if you have questions, please let me know. Give me a shout. If you disagree, that's fine. If you want to discuss it, that's cool too. So give me a shout if you have questions.